Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Tuesday morning. It's Tuesday, it's early, and it's cold. I want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as seasoned. I got a word for you. Tap in. Guys, I also wanted to ask you, where are you guys located? I do know where some of you are from. Some of you are in different countries, definitely different states. Can you guys comment and let me know exactly where you're located? Not exactly where you're located, but you know. So I got a quick word. I'm headed to get an oil change, so I don't have much time. But I wanted to share something. I got an email last night from a young lady who she feels like she's growing weary on waiting on her purpose partner, kingdom spouse. She feels like she's just idle and there's nothing she could be doing. She said she's already worked on the things that God has required her to, her credit, her weight, her this, her that, things like that. But I also want to share something really quickly too. Each one of us have purpose. Your purpose is not lost within your kingdom partner, right? Now, of course, many times God will take and mix the two or mingle the two. But don't feel like there's no purpose for you without meeting your purpose partners. That's the trick of the enemy. You have purpose. But again, make sure that you're not getting to the point where some people they feel discouraged because they feel like they don't have the lights, camera, and the action, like the boom purpose. Purpose can be very subtle. And then over time, it can, of course, there's levels to purpose, right? The higher you go, it branches off in different areas, but it's still the main thing. Your purpose partner may already be walking in their purpose, right? So then, who are we waiting on? We're really waiting on you to tap into yours, right? Ask God to help you to understand what is your purpose. Ask God, are you already walking in your purpose, but you don't see it as purpose because it's not boom, lights, camera, action, fireworks, and all that good stuff. So go ahead and get busy with your purpose. And then when your purpose partner finds you, right? You should already be so busy within your purpose that you don't have idle time to just be sitting there bored and all that stuff like that. And then, if God's will, he will merge the two and boom, you reach even more people. But kudos to you for getting your work completed that God has required of you in your single season. I know you said you got your weight down. You feel very healthy. I think it was credit. You got your credit together. You started the home buying process. There were a few things you shared, and so pat yourself on the back for that. Seriously, because there are so many people who feel like they don't have to do absolutely nothing. Right? Credit is 150. No knock or disrespect anybody, right? Nobody's perfect. But the point is, why would you want anyone to find you in the condition where your life is a mess, literally a mess? You got 25 baby daddies, respectfully, right? There's nothing wrong with having 25 baby daddies. My point is, there's no order. They're popping up when they want to pop up. They're intervening with your relationships and causing drama and all that stuff because they just don't want you to move on. So they're going to agitate any relationship that could potentially be God ordained. And because you still got some soul ties and things like that, you are allowing that. And this person have moved on with their lives. They probably got 25 women, 25 other men, but then they don't want you to move on. So because you still love them or have a soul tie, or maybe they're a narcissist, you're still allowing them entryway. Even if it's every now and then, that's entryway to do damage. And God is not going to send anybody in that mess. So kudos to you for getting your life in order, because nobody should be able to find you and they have to clean up your credit. Not saying your credit have to be perfect, right? But at least start the process. So if you're at 150, let them find you at 400. I'm just saying, guys, I know some of you are saying, let them find you at 400 so they don't have to sit here and start from scratch. right? Go ahead and get your weight down if that's an area you're insecure in. If you're 500 pounds and you're confident, do what you do, boo, for real, right? Because I know some sisters who are like 3-4x plus, but they're madly confident, and it's not even like a facade that they're putting on. They're truly identified their self and their purpose, and they're really confident, right? So my point is, it's not about being a certain size, or, because I tell you guys all the time, I don't listen, ain't no size 2 up over here, right? But you size 2 chicks, do your thing. I see you, you're sexy, you're beautiful, honey. But again, one of my legs would not fit into a size 2 pants. But I'm good up over here. You feel me? Okay. So my point is, it's not about being a certain size or a certain this or certain that. It's about being that place where you're comfortable at. Where when God sends somebody to, let me put this car in park because I already feel my spirit getting ignited. Every time I say this is not going to be a long recording, like I literally just keep feeling pings to go on and on. So I might be a little bit late, but it's okay. All right. So I just lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. So it's not about being all this size and that size and all this other stuff. It's about being so confident that when God brings your purpose partner, you're not all insecure. So everywhere you're going, especially if God's going to be using you guys like on platforms and things like that, where this, and you're sitting here having a fit because they have to take a picture with someone, because they're talking to somebody a little too long. This might be a whole business transaction. And because the chick is bad, you're having this meltdown. Nobody got time for that nonsense. So go ahead and start working on yourself where that confidence is so solidified that Megan Good can walk in the room and you're just like, girl, you're bad, right? Okay. But we get up over here, that type of thing, right? Okay. So work on your confidence. So nobody have to be dealing with that nonsense, because that's just an extra layer of stress, because purpose can be stressful, right? So we talk about credit, we talk about weight, we talk about, I think you said, yeah, you were purchasing a home, which is great. You know, I know some people say they want to wait and things like that. Go ahead and get that process started, because I mean, at least, you know, when they come, you already got your own. And if you guys decide to go this way, you know, you can sell it and there's equity and things like that. So don't just wait. Let them find you already within your purpose, within your togetherness. And again, even if you're not fully together, because that's also a lie of Satan. I made not a recording, but I made a community post a couple of days about that. Satan will really sit here and try to make you think that you have to be already perfect, meaning no one's going to come to you and you're not going to walk into purpose, because you still have to work on your weight. You still have to work on your credit. You still have to work on your trauma triggers, which all these things, yes, you need to be working on, but it doesn't have to be perfected. Some of these things will never be perfected, but sometimes the missing piece to your puzzle, right? Your purpose partners, they will help you in those areas. Okay, you're still dealing with trauma triggers because, again, you never felt safe. You still have never met anybody to help you to feel safe, right? You still have never met someone to give you that place of security where you can feel safe, where trauma triggers aren't coming up. But now you're struggling and you're sitting here beating yourself up because you still have triggers, and it's like, oh my God, God is not going to send anybody to me because I'm still dealing with trauma triggers. Well, when that person do find you and see that you are trying and that you are attempting, again, God gives people grace to deal with us. So then that person, because now they know how to make you feel secure, and you do feel secure with when you're around them, then naturally, before you know it, your triggers are gone. So many things will not be completed prior. Do what you can do. But there are so many people that I talk to, when I say literally in a messy situation and doing, okay, so it wasn't any of you guys because it wasn't an email. But I had a session with a young lady like a month ago, right? And she swore up and down. She's done everything. She is just now upset because it's like, I've been waiting 3 years and no one has this and that, and I haven't met anybody. Listen, when I tell you a messy situation, same scenario what I was talking about, I think 3 different kids' father, which is not an issue, but the issue is the last child father. The child is still young, I think like 8 months. So we know how that can be messy right there, right? But he won't leave me alone, even though I've told him to leave me alone. He still pops up, but I've told him to stop popping up. Honey, okay. This is a different topic, different conversation, but okay. All right. Still on, and hear me clearly. I am not disrespecting housing Section 8, whatever that may be called in your state. But that's pretty much, low income. She's not working, but she's depending on the government, of course, to pay. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. My stance with that is, do you stay on that forever? Or do you use that as maybe a foundation for a little while you're working on finding a job, working on a way to not be dependent on the government for the rest of your life? Because, honey, if these last couple of years have not taught you that you can't depend on the government, I don't know what will. So while you're sitting there on Section 8 with no end date in sight, while you still have one of your baby fathers popping up in and out your house because he's claiming, y'all have a baby, you're still not working, you're not trying to do anything with your life. Let that be try to start a business, even if it's online, because you have a 8-month-old. So I get it, so even if it's online, like, what do you have to offer this person when they come? And I'm not saying you have to offer them anything, but they shouldn't have to come in and clean up your mess. No, first of all, nobody's coming into that nonsense, right? Nobody coming up in that nonsense, not the type of person you're seeking or waiting on. They're not coming up in that nonsense. I'm going to tell you now. They're coming, but not the one you want. I promise you. Because any man of value, a man, all caps, I'm telling you, they're not dealing with that They're not dealing with that nonsense and that messiness. So your number one priority should be working on self, right? Identifying purpose and calling. Ask God to lead you. Ask God to show you, because obviously you don't see the messiness. And guess what? Generational conditioning, because the whole family is the same scenario. So it's really not her fault. It's conditioning. But now that it's brought to your attention, what are you going to do about it? You don't ever put yourself in a position where you have absolutely nothing. No money, no job, no experience, no credit, no nothing. Because, what's going to happen if this don't work out? So, I got to get this oil change. I wanted to share that, so hopefully somebody else needed that. I don't know. But there is purpose that you need to start working on. I understand, right? Again, I can't identify, but I do understand that some people do have that need and that desire to have a partner and to have that, I guess, warm body every night and this and that. And, I'm not a closed-minded person. I'm very open-minded. Regardless if I can identify with something, I can understand certain things. But in the process of you waiting, you should be so busy getting things in order that you don't have idle time to sit there 24 hours a day pouting because God have not sent your purpose partner, honey. God is waiting on you. Talking about waiting on God. God be waiting on us, honey. So I just wanted to share that. You guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.